This video demonstrates the GIS tools available for the project management modules for Lucity in version 7.2. Within the master project module, assets can be attached to a project. You may be attaching existing assets like sewer manholes or sewer pipes or streets for rehabilitation projects, for example. I can load these projects into the map using the Master Projects Locations tool. This will prompt me for what group of projects I want to load based on a filter you would define within the Master Projects module. I've created a filter called Active Projects, which includes a series of projects I created over a 2.5-year period. They include some sewer rehab projects, some pavement rehabilitation projects and construction projects, and a city beautification project. So I'm going to load this layer. This will load a series of new layers grouped and will show me all the places that I have assets that are on master projects for that filter. This is only going to include the assets that I actually have attached to projects. There may be some construction projects, for example, that I may not have existing assets attached to them. I can right-click on any of these, and I can jump into the Lucity software to view the details about that project. I can also use the Identify tool and just pull up some general information that was included within the GIS layer that was created. The information that pulls into this layer is customizable. It defaults to the fields you see here, but you can add any fields you want to add to the generated output. In some cases, you may want to show a map location for items that do not currently have an asset in the system, and that is possible. I'm going to remove this Master Projects layer, and I'm going to load in a new layer that I created, which includes some polygons that represent some CIP projects. I've got just a couple here, and one of these projects I have attached to a master project. I've attached this project here to a master project. It's a street reconstruction project. Now when I load the Master Projects layer, it will pull in a feature in the Master Projects layer for that generic polygon as well. And that polygon is not tied to any features within the Lucity software. It's just a feature within my GIS system which I have attached in the Master Project module. And I'll show you what that looks like. This is my master project that I've attached it to. I've got a single asset attached to the project, and it's got an asset type of construction CIP projects, which is just a generic asset type I created for it, and it's got an identifier and a new number. And these identifiers are completely arbitrary. I just came up with them for the demonstration. So that's how you can include non-Lucity assets in the Master Project module and still be able to use the GIS tools that are provided. For the 7.2 release, we added functionality for conflict detection for projects. I'm going to pull up the project locations dialog again and use the same filter, but this time I'm going to check this project conflicts box. And I'm going to use a buffer amount of 650 feet. If I didn't specify an amount and left it at 0, it would just require that the projects actually intersect in order to be considered a conflict. I'm going to display this layer. It's going to load two groups of layers this time. It'll load the same Master Projects layer that I've already discussed, but it'll also add a layer that shows conflicts in the projects, which will show any time that one project is within 650 feet of another project within my filter. I'm going to turn off the Master Project Locations layer so that it's easier to see. You can see I've got a number of possible conflicts within the map. And I can identify these conflicts and drill down and see exactly which projects are conflicting with one another potentially. And in this case, I've got a couple features that have been attached to this city beautification project are within 650 feet of this reconstruct roadway project. So hopefully this will give you a better idea of where projects are happening within your system, being able to view them within a GIS interface, and optimize how you plan your projects by looking at possible project conflicts.